Mrs. Claus here. So nice to see you. Santa and I are so excited to be watching all of you this year and see how you're doing. And I'm going to be telling you some stories, maybe to help you get through the year. Now, one of the stories that I want to tell you has to do with an ugly, ugly rumor that seems to have been going around for years and years and years. And Santa and I keep fighting this rumor to no avail. But this story takes place, well, not so long ago. There was a little boy named Mikey. Well, Mikey describes him perfectly. Anyway, Mikey loves Christmas, and Mikey loves Santa Claus so much that he can't wait every year just to feel Santa coming down the chimney and bringing toys. He loves Santa so much. Well, Mikey has a sister, whom shall go unnamed in this story. And one day, Mikey's sister said to him, "There's no Santa. There's no Santa." "No Santa, Mikey. There's no Santa. It's all a lie." Oh, well, Mikey was just distressed beyond belief. How could there be no Santa? So, immediately after school, he decided to go to see the one person who could tell him the truth about Santa, Grandma. Grandma lived a few blocks away from school, so Mikey immediately ran all the way to Grandma's house, knowing that she would give him the truth, and she would make him feel good, and she'd also give him a giant cinnamon bun that tasted so good, and that would make everything better. Sure enough, Mikey got to Grandma's house. He went through the front door, went to the kitchen, plopped himself in a chair, and sure enough, Grandma had a nice, big cinnamon bun right there in front of him. Well, as Mikey was shoveling that cinnamon bun down his mouth, he started telling Grandma about what his sister, who shall go unnamed, said about Santa. She said, "There's no Santa." Grandma was, "No Santa? Oh, that is an ugly, ugly rumor that's been going around for years. No Santa? Oh, that is not the truth. Who would say something like that? Yes, your sister who has gone unnamed would. Oh, well, come on, let's go. We're going to go right now. Come on, Mikey, let's go. Mikey, come on, let's go." So Mikey got up with Grandma and they ran to the car. Grandma threw Mikey in the car and off they went to the general store. Now, they lived in a small town, and it was a while back, so there weren't any Walmarts or anything like that. So there were general stores, and those were stores that had generally everything that you might need. Grandma got Mikey out of the car. They went up to the front of the store, and Grandma said to Mikey, "Mikey, here's $10. I want you to think of someone who needs something. And you take that $10 and you buy them that gift. I'm going to go wait in the car." Well, Mikey just sat there and he thought, and he thought, and he thought really, really hard. Who do I know that needs a... Oh, Bobby Jones. Bobby Jones. Bobby Jones was a little boy who sat behind Mikey in the second grade. Bobby's breath was really bad, and Bobby was really disheveled. But as Mikey thought really hard, Bobby never went out to play in the playground at winter time. No recess for Bobby because Bobby didn't have a coat. That's it. I'm going to go buy Bobby a coat. I'm buying Bobby Jones a coat. And with that, Mikey tore through the general store and he found the section with all the coats and he looked and he saw this nice red coat. Santa's favorite color, if you don't know. Nice red coat, and it was corduroy and it had a little hood that went over the top. Oh, it was wonderful. So Mikey took the coat, he went up to the cashier, he put the coat down on the counter, he took his $10 and plopped it down right next to the coat. The cashier looked at him and he looked at $10 and she said to him, "Is this a present for somebody?" Yes, it's for Bobby Jones, and he doesn't have a coat, and I'm getting it for him for Christmas. Well, the cashier took that coat, took the $10. She got a big, big box, and she folded that coat nice and neat in the big, big box, put the top on the box, which kept trying to pop open. So then she took a big ribbon, and she put it around the box, came up again to the top, and tied a nice, simple bow. She handed that box to Mikey. Merry Christmas. So, Mikey went to the car. Grandma was waiting for him. He got in the car, showed her the big box, and off they went. Now, that night, Grandma and Mikey went over to Bobby Jones' house. They drove down right next to the house, and you know how you drive down and sometimes you'll park a little farther from the door so nobody sees you? Well, that's what they did. And then they got out and they went to the bushes right by Bobby's house, right to the right of the front door. And Mikey had that big box in his hands. And they sat there and they waited. And then suddenly, when all was clear, Grandma said to Mikey, "Okay now, Santa, you know what to do." And Mikey did. He took that box and he ran up to the front door and he plopped that box down. And after a few seconds, he went ding, 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 rang the doorbell, and he ran back to the side of the house and hid with Grandma in the bushes. Well, it took a minute, but suddenly the door opened, and there was Bobby. And he looked down at the box, and his eyes got really big, and he pulled the ribbon up, and the box popped open. And there was the red corduroy coat. He picked it up, and he held it to himself, and he started to cry. And it was at that moment that Mikey knew that there really is a Santa Claus. I hope that all of you, as you go through your lives, remember that there is a Santa Claus. He lives in your heart, and it's up to you to share him. And with that, I hope you have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.